welcome to Speedforce, the Flash podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Hernandez.
And I'm your other host, Phil Maynard. So this week we are doing the episode, of Flash episode. What episode is this?
I think it's 6.
I have it right here on iTunes.
Oh.
It is episode 5.
Oh, it's 5. My bad. Hey, did you notice something?
What?
Flash didn't kill somebody.
I know! Jason brought it up! He's like, woohoo, no one died in this episode.
I was like, dang! Flash ain't killing people no more. I guess he's not a cold-blooded murderer like we thought.
Nah, he just put her in his super secret illegal prison.
A big character died, though, this episode.
Who died?
The editor for...
I totally forgot.
He's the only one who died this episode. But it wasn't the Flash's fault. He was, at the time, I think the Flash was blind.
At that
moment, he couldn't
He was
see.
just finishing his blindness.
Apparently, the ability to see is needed so he can run at super speeds effectively.
How did he get from the, bank? Who brought it? Did Cisco drive his little van to the bank and go get him?
I have no idea how he got home. Well, then again, after he kissed Patty, he was like, I could see, so.
That was some kiss. If it gives him his sight back.
Heck yeah. Then again, Wells did estimate about 6.2 hours or something.
6.25.
6.25 hours.
Yep.
So, all right, let's read some emails here.
Well, okay. Oh, I wanted to talk about real quick. I know this. Oh, by the way, I want to give a warning out there. This is under FCC regulation that we are allowed to use this word on the podcast without having to label it as an explicit show. But I know some parents out there listen to this with their kids and don't want their kids hearing this language. But there is a word that is used in this episode to describe Harrison Wells multiple times. And for sanity of me and Anthony, it is the best way just to describe him.
Cisco calls him a dick.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna say that word probably a few times in this episode.
Here's a rule of thumb, guys.
If you don't want your kids to hear that word, I think this isn't an episode for them.
If they say it in the episode of The Flash, we're allowed to say it on the podcast.
True. I think
because they're PG and we're PG. Thereby, we are following FCC regulations.
Yeah. I actually looked up FCC regulations today because I didn't want to offend anybody in case it wasn't allowed. So I wanted to make sure that. So
yeah, but that was funny especially how he said it. He said it just like
he's like, our Wells may have been evil, but you're just a dick.
And he just walks off. It's great.
Oh my gosh, did you see the Lord Mesa drawing that Cisco has his detector?
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Oh my gosh, he's like, so Harry's not the only one who has a detector. I have one too, and he held the detector next to Harrison, and it just lights up red and flashes, dick.
I want one of those. I feel I could avoid a lot of people I don't want to meet with one of those. That is actually more useful than the meta thing.
Exactly. I love Lord Mesa. He was just at Stanley's Kamikaze. It's a little Comic-Con sort of thing in LA. And he was at his booth, and Daniel Panabaker went through the entire crowd to go meet him. Nice. Went to his booth to go to see him. That's awesome. Lord Mesa, you're awesome.
That is great.
And if you do listen to this podcast, I can't wait to meet you at San Jose Heroes and Villains Fan Fest coming up later this month. And hopefully, if I can, I'm gonna talk to you about maybe doing a commission for Speedforce, which would be awesome.
That would be tight.
Yeah, dude. I had the greatest idea for it, where we're using Cisco's computer. And Cisco walks in and goes like, what's going on in here? And it's just one of us signing off with Ride the Lightning Speedsters.
Now there's actually a scene in The Flash that would work because now Cisco walked in on Wells saying, go ahead, use my computer, use my workstation.
Yes! Oh.
And it'd be funny if in place of that at Wells, it'd be us doing our podcast.
Yeah.
Just a thought, Lord Mesa.
You in your Flash shirt, me in my reverse Flash shirt. And then he could even be saying, what are you wearing?
How'd you get one of those? Can I get one of those shirts?
I need nerdy shirts. He added his email title. So
all right. So what's the first email?
This one is from loyal fan Jason Ritter, who was able to be had a interview with in our. Did you get to read the newspaper of us?
Oh yeah. By the way, guys,
Jason actually was quoted in it.
Yeah, he quoted. I was wondering how they got a quote. You probably email or
yeah.
Facebook
I hit
message.
Up Jason to.
Thanks, Jason. That helped out a lot because he was getting kind of stuck because it's
he needed a third resource for this.
He needed a resource, and because you did that, we were in the paper. So thank you a lot.
Yeah.
But we were in our local. It's not like the big newspaper, but it's
we were before,
our college newspaper.
Yeah.
And they actually printed a color photo of us, which I thought was cool.
Most of the photos in there, unless it's front page, are black and white, but ours is in color, so that's kind of cool. You have a picture of me and Anthony doing the podcast with my little flash behind
we posted on Facebook, so it's there if you guys want to read it, and it's like the picture they show is the one that was in the newspaper in color.
Yeah.
But let's see here. So, you want me to read this one?
Yeah, you'll read this one and the late email, and then I'll read the one from Mel.
Yeah. Mel, man, you're writing us stories, by the way. But, all right. Linda is... Wait, it starts with one Linda. Is it you?
Linda, is that you?
Oh,
that's
Linda,
his,
is that you?
That's his email title.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, hi, Phil and Anthony. Or Anthony and Phil.
Anthony and Phil this week.
Yep. What an amazing episode. It was great to see Dr. Wells in this episode. He was a real jerk.
Yeah.
Thanks for censoring yourself, but for that one, you didn't quite have to. He was a dick. All right. And I was happy when Jay punched him. Yes, that was
I love
great.
that fight. That was like such a great fight. And part of me was like, Barry, don't stop it. Let's see where this goes.
For the fastest man alive, he waited a while on that fight. He let like a lot of swings go by, and they even showed him in the back. They showed him just standing there observing the fight, waiting for Wells to get socked in the stomach, and he did. And then it was like he broke it up.
Okay, 2 things happened in this episode. You know how everyone's just like, "Oh, Earth 2 Wells is Zoom. Earth 2 Wells is Zoom." There's 3 statements that happened in this episode that prove he is not. 1, he got shot and didn't move. 2, he got shot at and didn't move. 2, he did not use super speed in that fight whatsoever. And 3, Zoom kidnapped his daughter when he was on the other area.
And it was the best part is I love it how when they say a name to him for the first time, he repeats it back but hecka wrong, like Ronnie, and he's like Ricky or whatever. And he's like, him too, or
and
whatever.
He's like, I don't care what you're thinking, Crisco, and it's just like, it's Cisco.
You got it hecka wrong.
But I loved how he called him Crisco.
Crisco, that's a good that instead of Vibe. I am Crisco.
Just slides everywhere. Ha ha!
All right, so he was a jerk, and I was happy when Jay punched him. We all were. I would never guess that Linda Park was Dr. Light. She is Dr. Light in the comics, but anyways, I might be leaning towards that.
Wait, what do you say?
Might be learning towards that? So, Dr. Light was Linda Parker in the comics?
Was she Dr. Light? No, she was not.
Was
I'm
it?
trying to figure out who
Okay,
the
it sounds
actress's
sexist,
name.
but was it a male character? 'Cause that's what I
there
was
was a
thinking.
male. There was a male. His name was Dr. Arthur Light.
Oh.
There was also a female one. If I'm trying to find her, Kimio Hoshi. She was actually a hero under the name Dr. Light. Same powers, same get-up, pretty
hero.
much. Yeah, but she took over for Dr. Arthur Light, and she became a hero instead. But it's interesting that they went this route to make it Linda Park to try and like bring it all together, and not to be racist or anything, but they had an Asian character in the show, so it was easier for the writers just to combine it.
Yeah, I can see that. I didn't mind it at all. I think it was done well, like really good. Not many people, I'm going to be honest, not many people care much about Dr. Light to that level where if they do switch out with the female character
the
or
thing
a
is
different
that she was
person-
very important in the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline.
Oh.
So it's kind of a big thing in that sense.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're just bringing in more characters that people already know.
Yeah, that works. I mean, they've already introduced a lot of people, and it's kind of cool to see a doppelganger like be evil on the other side, because even Caitlin in that episode, she says, if we were to get superpowers all of a sudden, we wouldn't become evil. And then in this episode, she was actually tested to be a meta.
She doesn't have a meta. So it is like about 90% confirmed
It'll be
that Killer
Earth 2.
Frost is Earth 2.
So, which it's going to be funny when Jay has to see her.
He's like,
And plus, think about it. Jay's been gone for 6 months.
Yeah,
So-
more than 6 months. Now it's been 7.
Now it's been more. So, and they all thought he died too. So new villains could have emerged in that time, which could have been
Yeah.
Killer Frost. All right, well, let's keep going down this email. So, is she Dr. Light in the comics? No. But anyways, I might be learning for that. All right. Zoom is Barry Allen, or maybe Zoom is Earth 2 Henry Allen. That'd be cool. I like that a lot.
Someone posted a theory of it, and they showed, because a picture was just released online of a really good close-up of Zoom's face, and you can see his eye. Like, both his eyes, but it's just his eyes. Everything else is black, like his skin under, like his eyelids are black.
Yeah, they really
entirely.
cover his whole face.
And someone came out saying, look, it's Henry Allen. And I'm just like, what? And then I pulled up John Wesley Shipp on my phone. I pulled up a photo, and I'm studying both of them next to each other. And their eyes are pretty similar. Like it's kind of like an 80% match. But the thing is if anyone follows John Wesley Shipp on Twitter, like you should, and you should tweet him to pee on Speedforce.
Give him a thumbs up because he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he actually favorited one of my tweets during my live tweeting when I do my opening where I say, "Can I get a zoom zoom?" He actually clicks like on it.
Can I get a zoom zoom?
And I have I showed you the picture where it's from the comic JL8, which is all the Justice League characters in elementary school at 8 years old, and it's a drawing of Flash getting ready to dance, and he's snapping his fingers, and it says "Now we boogie."
I do remember that. Now
it's great. I use that every Tuesday. You'll know that I'm ready to start live tweeting, but I'll tweet that along with hashtag the Flash, and starting next week, the new hashtag that we will be following for Speedforce podcast
because of the character limit.
Yeah,
give people more room.
Yeah, because I keep tweeting it every week, and it's just, oh my god, this is so long.
All right, so Zoom is Barry Allen or possibly Henry Allen. That is a good theory,
and he's current.
I can't wait to see Barry versus Zoom next week. Have a great show, guys. From Jason Ritter. Or Jimbo. I like that.
P.S. Who is Harrison's daughter? Harrison's daughter, brace yourselves, everyone.
Yeah, Phil just blew my mind earlier with this one.
She is Jessie Quick.
And tell them about Hawk Girl in this episode, too.
Oh, yeah. Hawk Girl is a barista. We'll get more to that when she comes up, because she comes up pretty early in the episode.
She's a barista girl that Cisco talks to. I was trying to figure that out, all day, but I didn't look it up. And it was
I recognized her instantly. When it showed, I was like, oh, it's Hawk Girl. Ah! No, but this is Jessie Quick. She's actually a female superhero. In the comics, she gets her speed using the same that her father does, gets his speed, Johnny Quick. They use this algorithm. It's so weird, this science algorithm.
Science!
Yeah, they just shout this... oh, give me the phone real quick. Let me shut that off.
Sorry, guys. Sometimes phones go off when we do the podcast because we got lives, it happens. But basically, she's going to be Jessie Quick.
She uses a math science formula, and she shouts it out. It's like YMX equals something, and it gives her super speed. Now, for the show, they're going to be doing something different. They're going to be going, I believe this is the New 52 Wally West power origin
There's
story.
Probably just too many smart people to have that happen, because then everybody in the show, Stein and all these people,
everyone they just do the math and go no, that doesn't work.
or they do it and they all become speedsters, and it just doesn't make sense anymore.
Well, then again, everyone just gets a vape pen.
Oh yeah, they're hard water vapors,
No, but in the show, they're going to be going with, I believe it's the New 52 Wally West origin story, where she gets caught in a fight between Zoom and Barry, and somehow she gains her powers that way. We don't know how she's going to get them, but she's going to be between the middle in the fight, and she's going to get powers that way.
All right. Oh, this is for you.
Yeah, I know. And I'm ready. The vibe leading the blind. Awesome.
I love the vibe thing. That was so. I was finally, it was like, yes. He says.
When's he gonna put on the glasses again? I want the glasses again.
Probably soon.
Yeah.
I mean, now he's got a name. He's being okay with his powers.
Well, the question is, in all honesty, he doesn't have a power that will let him go into the field now.
He has an informational power.
Yeah.
Important.
He's Lassie. He's essentially Lassie. Someone's trapped in a well. Barry, go.
Basically, yeah. It's but it's useful as heck. I mean, if he could find all the metas who come from Earth 2 instantly without any sort of tracking equipment or anything, it's that's a big advantage.
I love that part where he's trying to touch the mask and it's
I think
it doesn't work.
I think his powers are directly linked to his emotions, not the object. Because when Wells was having him touch it, he wasn't in an emotional state yet.
And then Wells grabbed it and shoved it, and he's just like, I'm trying to tell you, you can! And
he got upset.
He's just like, oh, okay, got it now. She's at the train station.
And the second example to further, solid my theory is he wasn't touching anything when he got the vision of the bank, but it was right after he got rejected by a girl. Another moment when you're in an intense emotional state.
Yup.
Either sadness or anger.
And it's always a mixture of both.
I think touching stuff, though, helps him. Because there was moments where he wasn't in an emotional state and he did touch things it was a while back, though. What did he touch? It was when his powers first were emerging. It was sand. It was the sand.
Oh, yeah.
And he was in an emotional state, but he still was able to get a vision. So I think it's a link of the two, but it's like obviously if he's not feeling it, basically feeling the vibe, he can't get the vision. That's where vibe comes in.
All right. Hey, Phil and Anthony. I really, really, really enjoyed this episode. I think the episode is one of the best of the series. Just a few of the awesome things about this episode. The reaction to Harrison Wells was priceless. It did make me wonder why Barry didn't react to catching the bullets Joe fired at Wells, because they could have, or they should have been super hot in his bare hands, but I guess that's freezing laser sort of thing. He's referencing what you brought up.
I completely agree with Joe's reaction to that.
My goodness!
I laughed so hard. He didn't even ask anybody in that room why they were with
him. He didn't say a word. He just shot.
He shot 3 bullets at this dude head on, like they were all going to hit him. And one almost hit his chest.
The best line that he says is, he's like, "How are you still alive?" And Harrison, because you missed. Like, it's so great. No, but he's so savage because he just runs in. Not a single word is said. Just pop, pop, pop. And I want to bring this up. I want to bring this up right now. Was the spin really necessary? When Barry was moving at super speed to catch the bullets, he did it like a spin to catch one of the bullets. Was that necessary?
He's got to look cool.
No one can see him.
Then again,
he's moving at super speed.
If he's moving that fast, possibly that could have been the only movement he could have done at that speed.
To make sure that maybe he wasn't catching him, guys. Think about it this way. He was swooping them away and like moving them out, but he had to do it in ways that it wouldn't burn his hand.
And plus, if Barry's a superhero and he's encountering like all these things, I'm pretty sure that heat of those bullets, even if it did bother him, it probably wouldn't prevent him from doing what he did.
He was going so fast that he didn't affect him.
And plus, also, when he's in that state, his regeneration's a lot faster. When he's moving super fast.
Exactly. Like, when you touch a hot pan for a second, for like a few seconds, it hurts.
But when
you tap it for a second, you don't feel it. See, Barry wasn't even holding it for that long in, like, real heat time.
Grip him.
Yeah.
He did grip him hard, but by then they're probably cooled off.
Yeah. So that's what we think is the theory of how he wasn't burning.
Yeah, but also, even if it did burn him, he would just heal really quick. So maybe even if it did burn him, he'd be like, he probably wouldn't even mention it because he'd be like, "Oh, I'm healing like super quick. Like this doesn't even bother me."
Although
last week I got frozen solid. This is nothing. Like for real.
I just caught up with Gotham and finished with Firefly. So yeah, the heat. I want to see a fight between Firefly and Heatwave.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be neat.
Little small handgun versus a whole pack that blows up on you. It was an interesting twist, making Linda Park the female Dr. Light. Although I thought it was a bit cliche that Barry went blind fighting Dr. Light, as the hero going blind happens in every superhero series ever, and the hero gets his or her sight back just in the nick of time. Daredevil would be envious.
For real.
I was reading this email before we did the podcast to like set it all up for this format. And I was reading all his things in the parentheses, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's beating us for humor this week so far.
Yeah. No, you thought it through this week.
He got all the good jokes in before we could.
Imagine that if Daredevil was like in an episode, a Netflix original episode, and then he kisses a girl he really loves, and then he's just like, I can see! You know what would be bad? Daredevil would suck if he could see. Because then all his other senses would probably go back to near normal, because he'd be like so bombarded by this new sense of sight.
And then he'd just jump over things and just like fall to the ground. He's like, oh, I can't figure this out.
He'd have to run around with his eyes closed all the time.
Someone stab me in the eyes again, please.
When he dresses in his Daredevil costume, it's literally a costume just to blind him so he could be a superhero.
At first, that's what I thought it was. Like, back when I was just a little kid, that's what I thought his costume was. And he just used his heightened sense.
Just poor design. Like
yeah, and he just used his heightened senses. He was smart about it. Like, giving himself superpowers. That part of the story played out well, with Barry being led by Cisco on the cutest date ever. Yeah, I love that date. That date was awesome.
I like how long she let it go on, even though she realized that he was blind.
She realized it instantly when he walked past the waiter at the very beginning. I was rewatching it today.
Did you catch the waiter when he asked for the order and Barry was still talking to him after he left?
Yeah.
And then like Patty just ignores it. Like
she knows right then. Also, like this is all confirming it when he tries to hand the menu back to the waiter on the opposite side.
Has he always been blind?
Is that why he's on a date with me? Oh God, I must reevaluate my life. It's just like every nerdy girl would think. Dr. Light's appearance in the series lends a bit of credence to my theory that the season is leading to a Crisis on Infinite Earths event by the season's end, because it made her first appearance in the comics in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, I don't say Crisis is the season finale. That's the whole end game for this show. That's the series finale, is Crisis. That's where I'm thinking this is heading.
And then after that, it wouldn't surprise me if they went about the show because if it has a large fan base, they're not going to stop it cold. But they would probably continue the series with a different name or a big different objective than what they've been doing currently.
Tell me this: name the secret identity of the Flash.
Barry Allen.
Keep going. Wally West, Bart Allen. They could continue on with this show even after Barry's gone.
So that's why, it's probably going to be the death of Barry Allen, which it is in the comics too.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to wait a really long time. They're going to make sure you love this guy, that you never want to see him die, that he's always the winner, and then they're going to kill him.
That's from what the newspaper said. It's 10 years away.
Yeah, so that'd be crazy. The show lasts 10 years and then they do that.
Yeah.
We'd be like 30 doing this podcast. Oh yeah, Phil, that was great. When my kids watch that with me, it'd be like, what?
Wait, how old are we?
We'd be like 30.
30?
I would be 32 in 10 years.
Okay, well, -1. So
you'll be 31.
And I will be 31 also.
You'll be 31. I'll be 32.
Oh,
I'm
true.
older, Phil.
Oh, that's true. Huh, interesting.
So, but yeah, that'd be crazy. 10 years. Maybe 10 seasons?
That's what is.
But they do it every year. They might
a season is a year, dude.
But what if they start squeezing 2 seasons in a year at some point? Then they'd speed that up a little. I don't know how they're going to do that, but it's going to be cool when they do it. They're definitely going to go to Crisis at one point.
Yeah.
I think they're waiting until they get everybody they need for Crisis established in the series with an actor and a backstory, and so that when someone who doesn't know anything about the comics could still understand what's going on.
Yeah. I think that they're leading toward. It's gonna lead towards a big thing. Crisis isn't a near event. It is an event that's gonna happen, but it's gonna be far down the line.
I mean, look at Marvel and the Infinity Gauntlet. They've been working at that for years.
Wait,
it's been a while. It's been since
2009. That was 6 years ago. Oh my god!
It's like they're doing a similar tactic with Crisis, I believe, where they're leading to it, but with a bunch of other stuff people want to see before Crisis happens.
Well, if we're talking, wait, are you talking when they first introduced the first Infinity Stone?
Well, no, it was just an example. I don't want to get into a talk about the Avengers or their whole Infinity Gauntlet, but I'm saying
I could talk this through.
I'm saying the Flash is doing a similar thing where they have this huge event everyone knows is going to happen at some point, but right now they're squeezing in all the other events that people still want to see. And they're making seasons out of it.
Oh, we're almost done with his. Let me finish this real quick. And then there is Cisco, who was outed by Harry Wells as a metahuman. I remember last week that you said that you didn't like how they called him Harry, but it makes sense now.
Yeah, it does make sense now. They explained it enough for me to go, I accept that.
Yeah, where he's just like, I can't. Where Barry's like, Harrison Wells, the sequel, and he's like, I can't even call him Harrison. I'm gonna call him Harry.
There's a Harry in all of our lives, Barry.
Harrison Wells as a metahuman. I really hope we get to see more of Vibe's power set than the part that makes him the Flash's Lassie. That's where I got the idea. Was Mel came up with Lassie, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be funny and bring it up. But I gotta give the credit to the humor to Mel. Thanks, Mel.
All right, good job, Mel.
It seemed everyone, including Cisco, was getting their fair share of action in this episode, as he was having little chemistry with what will be Hawkgirl. Which I can't say her name that well, so bear with me, guys.
Golden Glider, Hawk Girl, and it's like even
any girl with powers or power set, Cisco's with.
Even Caitlyn, she was about to kiss Jay in this episode. Before
the
car got flipped.
Exactly. Like everybody's having something going on with them,
except Wells.
He doesn't need anything.
Harry,
little Harry. I can't wait to see her in Legends of Tomorrow. Those are just some of the things that was awesome about this episode. Have a good show, guys. Mel. P.S. I have a theory that Eobard Thawne of Earth 2 has possessed Harrison Wells on Earth 2. He was being kind of shifty in the episode, more than just being a jerk. Eobard Thawne is not on Earth 2, guys.
So, there was that shifty moment where
at the very end,
it's like he kind of looked at his watch, but that was him testing Cisco to see if it was a meta. When I watched it the second time, first time I watched it, I didn't know what he was doing, so I was like, Wells is being suspicious.
And then I saw the red light up this time also.
And I was like, oh, he was just checking in his watch at that moment to see if Cisco was a meta. And I think he's doing this for his daughter. I think that he is totally just on board. I need to save my daughter.
I need Cisco here. Or, not Cisco. I need the Flash to help fight Zoom so I can get my daughter.
And in his mind, his Flash died. Yeah. He was surprised to see Jay alive. He was like, dang, you're still alive? I thought you were dead. Like,
you weak person. You scaredy baby.
Call him a coward.
In a sense, think about it from Wells' perspective, though. Think about what's happened.
But that does deserve a punch to the face. The way he delivered that to him, like, dude, I was like, man, I hope he punches him in the face. And before that dot even finished, he just clubbed him. I was like, yes!
See, I hadn't seen the episode yet, but I got a tweet from Jason posting on the event page pretty much saying that, oh my god, OMG, Harrison Wells is rivaling as a dick of Malcolm Merlyn. And all I responded with was, I can't wait to watch this episode. I love him now more. Question: are you watching Supergirl? What do you guys think? I like it so far. I've seen both episodes. I really like it.
Seen it yet.
He hasn't had a chance to get around to watch it yet. I like it. It's a good show. It has more potential than it has already. I like it a lot. There are a few complaints, and my biggest complaint, as most people probably have, is the same with Jimmy Olsen, and that reasoning is he has no bow tie, and that's my biggest issue, is Jimmy Olsen in the comics wore a bow tie. Why can't this one wear a bow tie?
Do you know what? I was wondering if they made a Supergirl reference in The Flash, because he said there's metas that can soar over buildings.
Yes. The thing is they did reference that, but...
I mean, she's not technically a meta.
You haven't seen Supergirl yet.
Yeah.
No. But on that show is that the only other superhero other than her is her cousin.
Superman.
Yes, exactly. Now,
so I'm wondering who they were referencing in that episode.
It could have been Superman.
Because they referenced
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Like big heavy reference this episode.
He's one of my best friends. It's like, who else was he talking about?
Who else lives in Atlantis?
Aqualad. Sometimes I chill with him when we watch football. Like, no, dude, no. He's talking about...
Which one? Kal-El or the weak one with the blue pixie shorts?
Yeah, he's talking about Aquaman. Hands on, he is totally...
Yeah. I think Supergirl, someone had a theory, because it's written by the same people that do Flash and Arrow. Now, they also just brought Constantine into the universe. So what if Supergirl is on a different Earth? But it can't. Everyone's saying, "Oh, what if it's Earth 3?" And I'm like, "No, it's not going to be Earth 3. Earth 3 is the evil Earth, where every superhero is evil and every villain is good. It's not that Earth. It's probably going to be another one like Earth S. They might make it, where there's Superman, Supergirl, all that."
Yeah, it's like we'll figure this out in time, and if they decide to link the universes, they will, and they probably will have a good way around it.
The only problem is that it's on two different networks, and that's
probably why they can't do it.
And that's the thing that I say, that it's probably on a different Earth, so they have time to figure out all the paperwork to get the shows, have each show get established really well, and then mold all the universes together.
It's like, well, we're on the subject of other shows, because this is the last email, right?
We have one from previous week that never got in because we recorded too early.
Right, we'll read this one, and then we'll talk more about off-topic stuff. Yeah, Constantine especially.
We haven't even talked about that one yet. So real quick, we got to apologize, people out there, that last week we did our episode early. And
it's Phil's fault.
It is 100% my fault. I had to go out to I had to go out to Texas for a con. That was fun. I had a great time out there. I posted a lot of pictures on the Speedforce page as me as Red Hood. Got a bunch of photos with Jokers holding crowbars against me. I liked it. One is now my profile picture. It was the best one because the guy had crazy eyes. Like, the Joker had perfect crazy eyes. And I could see him through just one eye hole through the like, see how small these eyes are on the hood? I could barely see him. And I was convinced that if he had a second, he was going to clock that crowbar right at me. It was good. I liked it. So what happened was we recorded a day early, and we got two emails right afterwards. We got one from Mel and one from a new emailer, but not a stranger to the podcast. He's been listening to it for a while, and I felt really bad because we didn't get to it. And this one is from Steve Schender, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. His email is for the Fury of Firestorm and other stuff. I've been enjoying the podcast since the season premiere. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah. In the most recent episode of The Flash, I was actually disappointed that King Shark was disposed of so quickly.
What did happen to him?
He got shot by Harry, and then, you never hear from him again.
Sushi?
Other than that, we hear that Patty in this episode is doing a police report about the capture of
because
King
they
Shark.
contain Metis now.
Yeah,
they probably just arrested him.
Blackgate or something. No, not Blackgate. In Iron
that
Heights.
guy though.
I don't know. They just do. They could have put him in the super secret illegal
How weird
prison.
would it be to come up to him and be like, "Hey man, I know this is weird, but do you live in water and what do you eat?"
Humans.
And Doritos. Like, okay, man.
We can give you one of those. I hope that Harrison Wells is just Harrison Wells and not Zoom or any other villain, because that would be repetitive. Yeah, we've been saying that for a while. We think that Zoom is the rival. Could be the rival is Henry Allen.
I think Harrison Wells is just Harrison Wells.
Yeah, Harrison Wells is Harrison Wells
from Earth 2.
If
That's all he is.
He's Johnny Quick. But he doesn't even have his powers yet, so it's impossible. Johnny Quick is the father of Jesse Quick, and that's what I gotta say.
It makes sense. I don't know why he'd go by Johnny though after, but
yeah, I don't know either. To hide his identity more.
Oh.
It's not Harrison Wells, it's Johnny Quick.
Harry, Johnny, perfect.
No one will combine them together. I am. This is going on the subject that we had last a few episodes ago. I am not getting the new Star Wars Battlefront game, but I do believe that I will be reading the novel Star Wars Battlefront: Twilight Company. Are you planning on getting it? Have you read any of the Star Wars novels and comics? No, I have not read any of the books. I have one. It's called, I think it's called Backlash. I have one. I have not read it. I tried getting into it. I'm just not big on reading novels. I do want to read Battlefront, Twilight Company, though. I have it, bookmarked on my app store on my phone whenever I get a chance to getting around to it. But I got a lot of school, got a lot of work. I do the podcast. When I have time, I just don't like reading.
When he has time, he watches The Flash and all the other things. It's same goes for me too. Reading a novel is difficult when you have college school, but I mean over the summer you never know. But no, I haven't read any either.
I'm not a big fan of reading books. I love audiobooks personally, which is very hypocritical because I write novels.
You're a writer?
Yeah. But
maybe think about that for a while.
Yeah.
You don't read novels, but you want to write them.
No, but I love audiobooks. The thing is I love story in general. I love it when people write books. But I'm a busy person, and when I get the time, I do listen to audiobooks as much as possible so that I can absorb the same book that everyone else has. Last year or 2 years ago, I read so many books through audiobooks at work. When I was being a housekeeper, I would just put it on and I would just clean rooms constantly. That's how I read Hobbit finally. I got around to reading it that way.
Yeah.
So back to this. I write reviews of them for the podcast site Delusions of Granular. I hope that this shameless plug is okay. It's always okay. Cool. Our podcast is a shameless plug.
Oh, talk
constantly.
About plugs. Legends of Tomorrow, the
Chrononauts from Jason Ritter.
Yeah, Chrononaut.
Check it out in January.
Yeah, check it out. It's coming up soon.
And no, that is not a typo. It is Delusions of Granular, not Delusions of Grandeur.
Grandeur?
Grandeur
or whatever. Phil, you read it right the first time. I couldn't even read it. I'm glad you read that.
Some of the discussions on there are pretty informative and entertaining, just like Speedforce. So hear that, guys?
We're entertaining?
We are entertaining. Well, that's because I bring in the information from the comics and stuff, and you bring in the comedy. We're a team here.
I bring some spirit, too. I bring some spirit and some love.
Anthony's a research this week.
Yeah,
for Constantine.
Yeah, I did. Because I was curious about his origin story. And it's weird. It's I'm not going to get into too detail about it.
Why not?
Personally, well, it's because there's no way to really get into too detail about it. You could try to explain it, but then it'd get really confusing, especially audio-wise. But essentially, Constantine has had 3 different origin stories in his past. And the New 52 make of it is that they've just made it so no one knows his origins. That even
they've combined all 3 in a sense.
They combined one where he's privileged, one where he's not, one where he's raised by his sister, and it just goes on. There's some constants in all 3 stories where he had to set his family on fire, he had to listen to a demon, and he had to save a girl at one point. But other than that, no one knows his things. But the only reason we're bringing this up is because Constantine made a cameo appearance in Arrow.
And it was the same exact Constantine. Matt Ryan, I believe is the actor's name.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Same character. I loved it. I was so happy to see it.
The question is, when did the show Constantine take place in this scenario? You watched more Constantine than I did. I got halfway through the first episode and
this wasn't in it. It must have been sometime before the show happened.
Was it? Do you think it was between the island and current time? It might have been.
It had to be after Oliver had been on the island. Like, we know Oliver's timeline for sure.
Yeah.
So this was like far after he'd been at the island. So it was sometime right before Arrow came out. Because, he's already getting closer to the point in his story where he basically makes it to, Star City.
Yeah.
But I don't know where it would quite fall place. I think they kind of threw it in because Constantine was a good show that didn't get enough views.
Well, the thing is Stephen Amell single-handedly is the reason he still has a job.
Yeah, heck yeah. It was a good... I liked it. I was so upset when it didn't get a good following.
In the episode... Well, the reason it didn't get a good following is because it was on Friday nights at 8, which is a terrible time to put a show on, especially a brand new show, and it being a supernatural superhero show. You got to have a certain demographic for people who are going to be home on Friday nights,
like
who
Tuesday
aren't
or Monday
busy with
nights would
other
have been
stuff.
a better call because that's when
Thursday.
all these shows come out.
Thursday is my that's when I say they should drop Legends of Tomorrow. Is Thursday night. Have a show. Have Monday night. You have Supergirl. Tuesday you got Flash. Wednesday you have Arrow. Thursday you have Legends of Tomorrow. Perfect full week of superheroes.
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense.
Also on Monday you got Gotham, and on Tuesday, if you like Marvel, you also got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Wednesday, I don't know, is
South Park?
Lucifer? No,
South Park's out on Wednesdays. But
but they're bringing iZombie's also a superhero show technically, and that's on at right after Flash.
Yeah, but I'm happy they brought him in. He made a good cameo appearance, and he played a cool role in that episode.
Yeah, he actually... I read two things about, what happened in the episode, and he talks trash on NBC twice in the episode. First off is when Oliver's saying, "Oh, I owe you one for doing this," and Constantine's like, "No, I owe you one, mate." And that is referring to the fact that Stephen Amell is the reason he's on this show. If Stephen Amell didn't petition to get Constantine on Arrow, Matt Ryan would have been out of a job for a while. He wouldn't be playing Constantine.
And he plays a good Constantine.
He's good at Constantine. It's so good.
He looks like him. He talks. He walks. He does everything perfect.
He's so much like him that they casted him perfectly, and the show fell, and it didn't work. And the second talking trash that he does is, that very weird random scene where he's like, "Oh, for this ritual, I need this, this, and this," and a dead peacock feather.
A peacock, so he gets scratched his back.
NBC's logo is the peacock, and he uses the peacock feather to scratch his back, and then throws it in the trash.
He's like, "I don't need this. Like, he just needs the ingredients."
Exactly. Isn't that great?
That is great. It was well hidden. I was wondering why he had the feather.
It made no sense until I read that, and I'm like, "Oh, this makes great sense."
They deserve it, man. Don't cancel Constantine. So we're about to start the show, guys. This is the part where half of you stop listening and the other half actually continue.
Yeah, and you actually start to enjoy all of our awesome theories and the Easter eggs that you miss. Or if you're at work right now, you don't have a choice because you don't want to listen to anyone else talking to you at work.
All right, so we're about to start in 3, 2, 1, play.
My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive.
There we go. Boom. So if you saw that, you're on the right track. If for some reason you saw Wells get punched in the face, you start at the wrong part. But the best part. I was so happy the Flash didn't kill anybody today. I was talking to Joey about it. For those out there, Joey's my friend. He doesn't watch this show, but I was just telling him how the Flash just keeps killing everybody, and he knows the Flash is. He's like, that's weird. He's like, did they acknowledge it in the show? I'm like, no, they party and have a feel good ending every time. So it's about time.
Yeah. I think the only other person he didn't kill anyone last episode also, but there's a reason behind that.
Because last week's episode kind of sucked.
Wait, what happened last episode?
Last week's episode was all emotional development and stuff.
No, Leonard Snart killed his father that episode, so someone did die.
Oh yeah, it wasn't direct result of Barry, but he's been killing a lot of people this season. So
yeah. So we're getting Earth 2, which is awesome. I like Earth 2.
Looks a lot brighter.
I know, it looks a lot happier, too. It looks more science-y.
Because this Wells learned how to hide his particle acceleration mistakes.
Until the Flash came out saying, you did this, and then no one believes the Flash. It's great.
I like how he's literally just trying to make money off the metas with a watch.
In all honesty, tell me he doesn't remind you of Steve Jobs in this scene.
He does.
Exactly.
I think his character had to be based off of Steve Jobs. There's no way that they got his character and developed it without, looking at Steve Jobs going, well, that's...
What would he be like in a superhero world?
Yeah.
So here's a new app where you can detect metas. Like, that's what he essentially just came out with.
Yeah, it's like a watch. It's kind of like how the Pokemon Go thing's going to be. Like, it's like an additional accessory that beeps when a meta's by.
There's a Pikachu in your area. There's a Flash in your area.
or it's both. It's like 2-in-1. So here's Jay with his speed, looking pretty cool.
And we have Jesse Quick.
I like it when they show him in full costume and he's got his powers. I think that's cool.
So, I love how they hate each other.
Oh, with a passion.
But the thing is it doesn't look like Flash is that secret on that Earth. Like, everyone knows it's Garrick.
Yeah, he doesn't hide his face at all.
Yeah, like in the comics, he shook his face.
Yeah, to make a mirage kind of his face.
Yeah, so it just made it look all scrambled and everything. Well, like his brains for running.
Well, then again, he is ahead of Barry when he started. Didn't he say he was like
2 years? He's been doing it for 2 years, while Barry's been doing it for 1.
Yeah, and in 1 year, Barry did make a public appearance in that time. In another year, who knows? The Flash is supposed to be
secret.
No, not secret, but he's supposed to be loved by the community really hard.
Oh yeah.
Like the Flash Museum hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah, but they have invented Flash Day.
Yeah.
So we have that.
The time-honored tradition of Flash Day.
And that's where everyone got shocked. Dad, are you okay? And you're just like, what?
I wish he'd say her name. Because they haven't said her name in this episode. I never caught it.
How many times has your dad said your name? He calls you just Miho.
Yeah, I know. But even when not Reverse Flash, even when
I love this scene.
Talking to him. Yeah.
Where he's reading his own autobiography that wasn't even written by him or about him. Caitlin Snow, Cisco Ramon, meet Harrison Wells. From Earth 2. Hi.
It makes sense that someone like Harrison Wells would be that way.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you become filthy rich and stuff? It's because you're a jerk. You don't
and
share things. You're rude.
You stepped on people's faces getting up to the top. Oh, he loved this. You're the doppelganger of Dr. Wells, who was the Dr. Wells whose body was taken over by the Reverse Flash, who was really Eobard Thawne's distant relative from the future.
And he's like,
I did not follow any of that.
I'm the old man. I had nothing to do with your murder
or of your husband, Ricky. Ronnie.
Yeah. He's such a jerk. I love it. It's great. He's just as smart as the Wells we know, but he's just a jerk.
And I love it.
It was cool to finally see Wells say make a new ability for Barry, make a speed mirage.
He brought up speed mirages last season, but Barry didn't understand what a speed mirage was at the time. He just thought it was him time traveling.
Yeah,
he didn't know that it was him time traveling actually.
So it's I like how Wells introduced a new power for Barry. It's cool because that was cool last season. See your greatest enemy.
He already did that. No, I'm not talking about the Reverse Flash. I'm talking about Zoom, which confuses so many comic book people out there. It's like, Reverse Flash and Zoom are essentially the same person.
They are.
Unless you're going with Zoom being Eobard Thawne and Reverse Flash being... Oh, wait. Reverse Flash is Eobard Thawne and Zoom is Hunter Zolomon. I wonder when we'll be introduced to Hunter Zolomon in the series. It has to be when Wally is a Flash. It has to be.
It's like every season it seems like they need a speedster to fight.
I'm fine with Henry Allen being the rival Zoom.
But it wouldn't make sense comic book wise.
Yeah, well, he has another name, but it's just no one knows who that is. And I think they're kind of leading into that because Linda Park was someone else, and then they made her.
Yeah, and I didn't follow comics either. So it could be anybody. And it's cool that they do that because they make it so it could be anybody.
So they bring up the multiverse here. Is this the first time, or did that they
No, this is
say
the first
the word?
time.
Okay, because I thought Stein said multiverse.
He
before.
said parallel worlds.
Infinite universe, infinite Earths.
Yeah,
okay.
But this is the first time we get introduced to the correct term, the multiverse. Well, at least the term they use the most often.
Oh, I love this.
Joe's
Joe
reaction-
just walks in, just takes out his gun. Pop, pop, pop.
See here, is every bullet going to kill him? Well, that one definitely was.
That one. See, what
That
was
one
that
may
turn
have missed.
necessary?
That one may have missed, but that one is definitely a kill shot.
Was the turn necessary? Please alert me on that.
Put
Do you
the
think
gun
it?
there.
Do you think that spin was necessary at
How-
all?
How are you still alive? Because you missed.
I'm trying to calm him down. You're not helping.
I like how Wells kind of like checking himself out. Like, did I get shot? Like, did I? No, thank you to Barry. Maybe you didn't see him, but I would. I guess you. I would see a blur in front of me after a gunshot. Like,
I love this. I love that. Is there a Big Belly Burger in your universe? And Cisco's like, this isn't happening.
it's like, dang.
Oh, saw Wells at the lab, and you didn't tell me? I didn't want to believe it.
I didn't want to believe he was alive.
And he erased Wells from existence. This guy is someone else. He's a different Wells.
I'm surprised he even said that though. That line
What?
that he erased the Dr. Wells we know from existence, because then it further just brings up the whole paradox of the show.
Just stop it.
But I'm surprised they even bothered to bring it up.
Yeah,
you know, like
because
like,
even-
they should just ignore it.
Yeah. After
But-
all of our losses, I thought at least we were free of Wells. I want 1 week where we're not surprised by someone from our past. That is great, because every week so far this season, or every episode, there's a new person from their past coming in.
Iris's mom. Who else? I guess Tina McGee.
Tina, nah.
She kinda-
Oh well, like
Linda?
there's like a different person that pops up each episode.
It happens so often in the show. Anyways, it's like I can see why he wanted an easy week.
I love the boss. All right, run your story. Sports page used a lot less.
The next scene he's in, he dies.
Shh. Spoilers.
Larkin's the best editor ever.
Remind me in the 21st century.
I can be a voice actor for this show.
Who?
I'll just be Linda's voice.
No.
Oh man, if I were Iris, when I see Joe walk in, I'm like, oh man.
What'd I do?
Last time he came in, he said my mom's alive. Now he's telling me that Wells is alive too. How many
Central
people
City
are
these days,
dead?
right?
Like, how many people are dead that aren't?
I love how he hands her a gun just straight up. And she's like, what? Dad, what if there are police around?
I am a police.
I am the police.
Bad boy, what you gonna do? Dang. It's like, it's good that he gave her the gun, though. It's definitely saved her life.
Yeah, she needed it, definitely.
If you heard a very weird audio from Phil there for a minute, it's because he decided to put on his his mask.
So we're at Central City. We're at Jitters now, and we're having like Cisco's like, I want a drink, and it's the middle of the day, and he's like, I didn't want coffee, I wanted alcohol.
Barry he can't get drunk.
We don't want there to be another mishap in time travel. And Patty's just right behind. Time travel? What? There's a meta with time travel? No. That would be crazy.
I don't know how cool that would be.
He's like, not so sure about that. Because, no, Barry has time travel.
But, I mean, like, if I were in Patty's shoes and if they said that, I would be tripping hard. Like, I'd be like, what?
Well, she's a nerd.
You need
to think of it from a nerd sense. Like, time travel's real. Marty McFly can be real. Like,
it's so funny. They're like talking about what happened last episode, and it kind of kills me that they didn't show the follow up to what happened. Like, how did Patty leave that scene? How did the Flash leave that scene with Wells? Like, with a shark laying in the street. Like,
I like how she names him, and Cisco's like, I'll allow that name. Like, it's a good name. I like her. She's good. She's
like,
good at this.
everybody likes her. Every character that's met her in the show loves her instantly.
Except Joe. Joe's like, ugh.
And he likes her now. After she told her story of why she wanted to be a part of his team, he liked her a lot.
Well, he's still like, oh, you're too nerdy for me. Go talk to my son, and just walks away.
Go talk to Barry.
And she's like, Barry, want to help me write my report on the shark guy? And he's like, no, I've got science stuff to do. I gotta science the stuff out of it.
Hard water vapor.
I'm just gonna call him Harry. Harry's out there. Can't let the Harrys of the world bring your life down.
So there's Hawkgirl.
Ask Patty out. You gotta be bold.
So her wings aren't a biological thing in this.
No, they're not.
They're like attachments,
Yes.
Well,
then again, she might not have her powers yet, and that's it is tech that she uses in the comics.
I wonder if Cisco creates the wings. because she didn't use it during the singularity.
No, okay.
And now she's getting involved.
She doesn't
with
have it
Cisco.
yet. But real quick, I want to talk about the amulet that she's wearing. I couldn't find this anywhere.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, this is actually really important to her character. It's what keeps her past lives intact.
So she takes it off all the lives at once, kind of like the Avatar.
Sort of.
Similar.
Yeah, I guess it connects her to the spirit
Not
realm.
at that balance level.
Yeah.
Like she's going to go out of control.
No, like she uses that to stay in connect with all her past lives, and that's what Hawk Girl is she's a reincarnation of herself constantly. And now Cisco just got shot down, and he's in an emotional state, and now he's at a bank.
Yeah, it has to be directly linked to his emotions.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Rainbow Raider got a hold of him?
Oh, jeez. He'd be seeing all sorts of things.
Why am I on Earth 12? What's happening?
I see everything.
I'm on Earth C. There's cartoon characters with superhero masks. I think the best way to describe Earth C to you is, do you remember the show Lunatics?
Yeah, we talked about this before.
I love Lunatics. That show was great.
But yeah, that show is a little premature though. Like I think it came out too early for its time. But it was cool. I liked it a lot.
A lot of people hated it. I loved it. Yeah. You got my attention. How does she know that's the Flash? Like, she's seen a different
the red
Flash.
Suit, the
lightning bolt,
the fact he came in there super fast.
I like how he doesn't catch the people, but grabs chairs to catch them instead.
And then he sees that she left the money and she's gone. It's like, I really like how she's not a killer. Like, all the other people from Earth 2 have been killers, but she's not. And then they end up actually capturing her.
Yeah.
So it's like...
And not killing her.
Yeah, they didn't kill her. They captured her. And it's like, it'd be cool to see her become a good guy, though.
That's not cool at all. We just missed the line. Dang it. Our Wells was evil, but you're just a dick.
He walks off. He leaves.
And Harrison's enjoying a Big Belly burger. I want In-N-Out. Every time they have Big Belly, I'm just like, I want In-N-Out. You're insane.
I like Jay.
His entrance is just, you're insane.
It's like Caitlin's so like on Jay's team for everything now.
Team Jay.
Jay.
He's right. I don't know what he's right about, but he's right. Because she just likes him and everything.
It's like they're so going to have to get together and then be separated. And it's like poor Caitlin. Every single man she ever gets with either dies or like has to leave her.
So there's a but we are knowing this now though, that there's a chance she may not become evil. We may not lose Caitlin.
But I mean, she's not gonna be evil, but she's probably gonna lose Jay when he has to go back to Earth 2, unless she goes with him.
Well, we don't know what happens.
Because it's more important that Jay is in Earth 2 after he gets his speed than Earth 1.
Is he needed there? If like all the metas or all the metahumans are like taken care of there, is he needed?
Yeah, but
because
I don't think they're taking
in the
care
comics he moves over to Earth 2 and becomes a mentor for the. But then again, in this episode, I like how Cisco's really bad at lying that right to here.
Ring a ding ding, an app, tells me when banks are being robbed before police know and stuff. Like,
I got this thing, yeah.
It's on the Play Store on my Android Market, man. It's pretty cool.
I created it. No, so far no one's been buying it for some reason. I guess there's not a high commodity.
It's only for banks.
No one wants it.
The hate face these two make at
I
each
don't
other.
think it's going to be that hard to keep them apart.
So here we go. Barry mans up and finally asks Patty out.
Yeah, which is great.
I thought he was going to miss
How's your
this
science
date.
stuff? I finished it.
When I first watched this, I was like, oh, he's going to miss that date. Like, he misses everything. Like,
yeah.
He's going to miss this date. And he heckin' doesn't. He just goes blind. If he wasn't blind, though, he probably would have missed it.
Yeah.
So.
People out there who haven't... who aren't familiar with Lord Mace's artwork, which you should be, because Lord Mace is awesome. I'll talk about when it gets to that scene, because it's such a great scene. I don't want to skip over it.
Yeah, but right now, he's basically telling Patty, man, we should just go out on a date. It's way overdue. And then she's like...
And then you stand me up.
She's like, you're not going to stand me up, are you? Dude, she's like really pretty. I don't know why she has such a bad, like, history with dating people. When she arrested her ex-boyfriend for being publicly intoxicated at dinner with her.
Well, he was just being a jerk, and she just was tired of the date. So
see what he's looking up? Did you catch that? He was looking up Harrison Wells' wife.
He wants to, well, the thing is he wants to know what happened.
But I'm wondering, If he had a daughter...
By the way, real quick, the song that's playing right now in the background is "You're No Good." Like, you're no good, baby, you're no good. And it's so ironic that it's playing while he's listening to it, and then Cisco walks in.
It's like, I'm wondering, it's like in Earth 2, he has a daughter, but they never reveal that the mom.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if in his world, did his wife die?
Yeah. But
I like this right here where he just antagonizes Cisco.
He shoved his hand through my chest. Stop my heart. And I love his laugh right here. That's funny.
Because he's like, how would you live through
I would do that, but you survived.
Only because Barry erased that timeline.
Oh, so Barry can time travel, can go through time. Got it. Thanks for letting me know that secret.
Twice. He's done it 2 times. Right here, we're going to get Wells doing that secret checking his watch thing pretty soon.
As Cisco walks out of the room.
Yeah, so guys, that is him being sneaky, but it's revealed what he was doing later. So I don't see anything sneaky behind him besides he's trying to save his daughter.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I see Wells trying to do right now. But I like
and
this.
he's irritated with all the incompetent people that he has to deal with.
I think that's why he does this. He just goes like, I'm going to check my watch. Oh, here it comes.
Oh, look, man. It's red.
Boom, red closes it.
Uh-huh.
Information that Cisco's a meta has just been leaked.
And if you didn't watch the episode the first time, you missed it.
Yeah, see, I didn't catch it the first time.
Yeah, I didn't catch it the first time either, but I was tweeting
I thought he
also.
was like sending messages to somebody. You know, like he has a secret partner or something. But
Zoom. No, he's not working with Zoom. No one believed that theory. They aren't working together.
I like it when they do that. She cut a hole in the bank
using pure light,
but she didn't cut an even hole. Like in reality, if a villain, I know it sounds stupid, but in reality, if she was to do that, it would be crooked and messed up circle. It wouldn't be a perfect circle.
Well, it wasn't a perfect circle either.
No,
it was
wasn't
like
perfect.
It was
like a jagged.
Yeah, and he's like, "Let's turn it down a lumen," which
just
a lumen
realism.
is a light, is a level of light.
Yeah, I'm surprised she did that, but her visor's cool. Her mask is really cool. To do that.
Linda Park. How do you know my name? I don't understand. What?
Very messed up right there.
Because like, he thought it was Linda for a moment.
Well, it's like, you know, there's a part of him you should know that's not Linda. You know, Linda doesn't have superpowers, and there are people coming from Earth 2.
Yeah.
So, but he kind of goofed up there and
he can't see
caught off guard.
anything. It's so bad.
I'm blind.
Your retinas are severely damaged. You're lucky you're not permanently blind.
Barry, look with your special eyes.
Jeez, so outdated commercial.
She got Barry off guard. An excuse. You know, we're really starting to see like Jay's faults in this episode a lot. It's like it's revealed that he is kind of cowardly. He isn't as fast as Barry. And he hasn't been able to take care of his meta problem on his Earth.
Yeah.
Barry has done all these things correctly, but Jay hasn't. And it's like, it's not revealed until this episode. Because Wells is a jerk. Or a dick.
Yeah. He reminds me kind of... I know you don't watch the show, but for those of you out there who do watch Once Upon a Time, he reminds me a lot of Rumpelstiltskin a little bit, because he's trying to do good. He's not completely evil, but he is a coward. He does have problems with getting into conflicts, and he can never win. From what we saw so far, every meta that's came out for that he's fought, how many of them he's told Flash, I beat him?
Yeah,
he never beat Sand Demon. He never beat Atom Smasher. Who else has came over that we have?
Zoom.
Yeah, he's never beat Zoom.
And you know, it's revealed this episode also that he hasn't been hunting Zoom. That Zoom has been hunting him. And every time, he barely escaped with his life, which he tells Caitlin later.
Which is the word, which key word in that is he escapes. He's trying just to get away. The
most of all of this episode is when, at the end, it's near the end when he's talking to Barry, he tells Barry that he's kind of cowardly, kind of like a little bit of a coward.
I'm scared of him.
And he's scared. And
well, he wasn't telling Barry that. He was telling that to Caitlin.
Yeah, he said something. Yeah, he said that to Caitlin. But he told Barry that he isn't as fast as him.
Running a little late, P. Oh, God. He's like, I'm missing the date.
Well, technically you're not because she's running late, bro.
Yeah.
She's your girl. A girl who runs late at convenience for you.
She is perfect for you because he's always running late.
Yeah, he's the fastest man alive. That's great. I always love that little gimmick about
Don't
Barry.
cancel. I like how Iris is like, she knows that he likes him and she's trying to get past it. They're both trying to. And she's like, you got to go on that date. You're going to go on that date. Cisco has no plans. He's boring. His life revolves around you.
Cisco. And he's just
To your
walking the wrong way.
left.
Cisco.
Other left.
I'm pretty
So
sure.
nice Canada Bay right there.
I feel Patty's going to be brought into the Flash's inner circle in like 2-3 episodes. Like I don't think they're going to like.
Oh,
go that
how much
long.
will that anger Iris?
I feel she's just going to, this season for sure at least, she's going to be part of their like little inner circle.
Touchdown.
Because she likes Meta, she likes the Flash.
So let's count everything here. So far, there's one mistake that he's made so far in front of her. I'm going to be counting on these because there was no 52 this week, so I couldn't count the 52s. Other than when they said the 52 breaches again.
He walked into the butler.
That's embarrassing.
Or not the butler, the waiter. He walked
Yeah.
into him. Let's see here. He starts to do a lot more. Once he doesn't start moving around, he starts messing up, like with the wine menu.
Yeah. So she's
Like hilarious.
she's great.
It's like
So.
Cisco's smart.
Dude, she looks amazing. Tell her how amazing she looks. You look amazing.
Oh, thanks, man.
I didn't know what to wear. And the whole time you never see her dress that much in this whole scene, so it's really hard for for the viewer to see what she's wearing also. Like you just see the strap and that's it. And then in the black and white you see that. And Cisco's like, dude, it's black and white. I can't tell you.
Whatever color it is, you should thank you for wearing it.
My man!
Smooth.
So smooth.
Not, I think it was not smooth. So right here,
Here's the wine list. And he grabs it. So that's 2. He's tried grabbing it from
and
the
he
wrong
talks to the
side.
waiter right now that isn't there.
3.
3, and then he's gonna
It's
hit
like,
this
I can't
4.
see the feed, bro. And he almost throws it through her hand. So that's 4, yeah.
Right there, she's like, I think Barry's blind. But I'm not going to say anything because that sounds really stupid to say right now.
That would be very awkward.
I think
He's
she starts testing him a little.
I like that because Barry's like, I don't know. You pick. I want you to decide. The guy always picks the wine. You do this time. And Cisco's like, you don't even need me here.
One revealed thing, coffee is the constant in the multiverse.
So we know that is confirmed. That is
sense, though.
Why not?
I don't see a problem with that.
It keeps me employed.
It's like, yeah. Like, coffee is the one constant in the multiverse.
Barely escaping with
That
my
Big
life.
Belly Burger, apparently.
I like Big Belly Burger. I wish it was a real place that I would actually eat at.
Well, we're just not in the right universe for that one.
We got to go to the next Earth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, right now, I'm going to talk over what they're saying. It's basically they're just telling each other things about Earth 2 and Earth 1, and they're kind of falling in love in this moment until they get flipped.
Yeah, but I know you want to talk about it. I didn't get to read the full article. I wanted to.
I read a chunk of it. Science has discovered parallel universes, or possibly have. It's not confirmed until they actually go to a parallel universe. But at the end of our universe, there appears to be like a light, almost as if something else is trying to enter, but they can't make sense of it. So what they did is they basically made our universe in one bubble and said that there's another bubble right next to us that is another universe. And when these two universes kind of touch, just like a car touching another car, there's a little bit of light, a little bit of a dent, and that's what they think they're viewing on the other side of the universe. So, multiple parallel Earths could exist. It's out there. It's a scientific thing right now.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it. It's like, it's cool. It's like, that'd be tight. Oh, now we're back to the date. So
she bumped her head on a diving board. Her height stopped, and her dad stayed her left. Okay,
I feel this
but
is
what
gonna
I
be
was
important,
reading,
though, the save life thing, though, I really think it might be important to Earth 2 Patty. Because what if she's not living? What if that completely changed her story? You know.
what if she did die on that?
Yeah.
diving
What if
board?
she did die? Like, or
What if when he was struck by the lightning, he died? Maybe that's why there's no Barry on that Earth. Guys, Zoom is not Barry.
It's Patty.
With
But
the
I don't
most
know.
manliest voice ever.
I was just gonna say, hold on to that thought because it was weird they brought it up in this episode, and it seems really important to her character.
It seemed very out of place. Abort! She knows you can't see. Abort!
But what were you saying? I'm sorry, Phil. I just wanted to make a point of that.
Someone said that if it does open, if they are able to connect the openings, there's a chance the entire universe could implode into a black hole. Is it a risk we're willing to take?
It's kind of like when
for scientists go like, yes, because it's at the point of, do you know the most famous quote from Jurassic Park?
What?
You were wondering so much if you could, you never took a second to think if you should.
It's true, though.
Which is a great line for science entirely.
It'd be basically like if you were in a room that's kind of warm or something, and you opened a window and the air pressure changed.
So, Tahiti exists on Earth too, and so does Atlantis, the undercity, but above in his universe, it's above city, and his best friend is from there. So, that is Aquaman.
It's got to be Aquaman. I mean, I can't think of anyone
Arthur
else he's
Curry.
referring to.
Like, my tweet was, Aquaman, Arthur, ah!
Right here, boom. I'm
Boom,
surprised
huge
that
light.
she did that.
Why?
Because she's never killed anybody.
She wasn't trying to kill anybody.
That
she was
seems
just,
like
she knew that they were staking out.
But it seems like that is a very life-threatening attack. Like, she just flipped their car and shattered all the glass and left them there after seeing them just motionless.
But she didn't shatter a collarbone.
No. But then she totally murders this guy, though.
Yeah.
Go,
move.
Has he ever been in an episode before this?
No, because he's the replacement for the last boss that got shot through the heart.
Oh, yeah.
Stabbed through
What's
the
up
heart.
with that, man? All these others keep dying.
Don't become a boss at Central City Picture News. It's not what you want.
Or the mayor
You don't
Stars,
need that kind of heat.
Or the mayor of Gotham or Star City, apparently, too. There's, like, these, like, roles that keep dying consistently in these shows. And in this, it's like the editor of this newspaper.
That's what Iris is going to become.
Oh, jeez.
That's so bad.
But it's not murder if it's your double. Is it suicide?
Yeah, I guess.
A definition of suicide is killing yourself, and if you're killing your doppelganger from another universe, you're killing yourself. I don't know.
Do we want to get into that? I don't really want to. It seems like too much math.
Imagine how much green screen they had to do for this scene. Like, there's so many times they're probably talking to no one or just like a stand-in.
This seems a lot easier green screen for at least them talking to each other than Nigma.
Oh, Nigma. Oh, yeah, Nigma's intense.
Nigma's intense, and I love it. Oh, I love it.
Ooh,
so Iris is such a good shot that she shot the mask off of Linda.
Headshot. I love that. Headshot. She just aimed right for the head and fired.
Are you enjoying Iris a little bit more this episode?
Yeah, this episode she was pretty cool.
Okay.
Like, she actually, like,
did
something. Like, she straight, like, saved everyone's life.
So I like that he's like, oh, so I guess we've arrived to the hand-holding stage. We've already gotten to the hand-holding stage in our relationship.
Barry moves fast.
And Barry's so smooth with this. Have we got to the goodnight kiss stage yet? And she's like, yes, we have.
Now, if she wanted to be a real jerk, she could have, like, put him up against something else, like, not her face. Like, I could think of some things, but it's like, she could have just really messed with him hard. She could have turned around last second and had him just, like, almost make out with her hair.
Oh, it's burgundy, by the way. She's like, oh, now you can see. That was some kiss.
For real. She cured blindness. She is not at all questioning this, like, hard. Like, I would. I'd be like, dude.
Cisco, sir? We haven't had Sing in a few episodes, and I'm disappointed by that. We had Sing the first episode, and then we haven't had him since.
I don't know what happened to
Where's
him.
Sing?
No idea.
He already went on his honeymoon. He should be back by now.
See here. Now Larkin's dead. What are you doing? You hitting your foot?
So, the new editor's now dead, and they're gonna protect Linda. They're gonna put her into custody
to
make sure that she's safe. And I love that she's just
So what? Like parallel world Linda, her plan was kill this Linda in a super mega obvious way. And then take
over
her
life. Take over her life.
She didn't think that through very well.
No, she did not.
I would get it if she waited till Linda went home and then just like offed her and then took her place from that point on. But she just did it in like her work. Like you don't. She would have had to
study her though first to make sure. Oh, okay, what's she all about?
How do I do this? Her plan was very poor.
It would have been It would have been essentially invasion of the body snatchers. It would have been just like that. Dr. Light's never killed before. I thought we could reason with her. You can't reason with someone under Zoom's influence. Oh.
Zoom's influence?
Ooh, think about that. No one can reason with Wells here.
No one can reason with him? Oh, maybe he's under Zoom's influence.
Maybe we are right. Maybe his daughter is being held captive, and he has to, and his whole thing is like, I need your help. you can't reason with me. I need your help.
I mean,
because it's not like you. Barry runs towards danger, not like you. You run from it.
right when he said coward, man, that was such a good punch.
Boom! And just...
I believe Jay won this fight with that. With the few gut punches he got.
But Wells was getting in a few.
Yeah, Wells was really holding his own against him.
Wells does not seem winded at all, and Jay does. Then again, Jay was just in a bad accident.
He was fuming, though. He was fuming, Jay. He was already panting before he even entered that fight. I love that solid punch to his face. I
calculated how fast you can run. You should be teaching Jay, not the other way around.
There's one thing that irritates me a little bit.
What's that, sir?
The continuity here is that he just got slugged in the face like hard. He should be like hurt or bruised or blood.
We don't know his powers yet.
But like he's fine. Like he's like as if he never got into a fight. But he got a punch in the face. Like it would have been cool if they gave him a black eye in this scene. Like a swollen face.
Yeah.
It would be kind of funny too. But it would have made sense.
We don't know what his power is. Maybe he just has heal.
It's like he just has metal bones.
Jay,
I got rust in my joints.
Then again, he can't have meta powers or else the watch wouldn't work.
Oh yeah, it would just keep going off.
Unless he set it to do it for everyone except him. Which
happen.
Would be a Wells thing to do.
I don't think he's a meta. I think he's just Wells trying to save his daughter, and he's going against Zoom. Because Zoom even at the end kind of mentions that he doesn't really have any control over Wells. Like the daughter's threatening him with her dad.
Yeah. So
it's like he's outside the influence of Zoom. Sort of.
But he knows he's on a time restraint. What are you talking about? I developed this watch to detect metahumans.
Barry's like, who knew? But right here, this confirms that Caitlyn is not Killer Frost. She can't be. She just got scanned after being exposed to all this stuff for 2 years, a year.
Would it have worked on Jay?
That's interesting. Maybe
Would
not.
It have worked on him? Cisco's
worked earlier, but he technically had his powers then.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it wouldn't work on Jay.
Why?
Because they tested him to see if he was meta, and he had no markers for it.
Oh, that's true. Except for rapid healing. They said he still had his
he had the potential for that.
Yeah.
He said potential for it. But he's pretty normal. But I don't know if it would go off. Maybe he has some variation.
Oh, yeah, I guess he doesn't have rapid healing because he does still have that scar on his head.
Oh, yeah. There we go. But
Caitlyn... I like how Cisco's so serious about this. He said one day I would thank him for it. But I don't want it to be that day.
It'd be funny if at the end of the season he thanks this.
None of us would just become evil all of a sudden because we have powers, which is interesting because
she's supposed to kill Frost. It's going to be Earth 2. I fully believe 100% that Earth 2 will be Killer Frost.
I'm at 80% on that one. I'm at 98% that Reverse Flash that Zoom is the rifle.
It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense how Caitlyn got her abilities if she becomes Killer Frost. It wouldn't make sense why she'd become evil. Well, it doesn't make sense why that thing didn't work on her.
We don't know if she's going to go evil instantly. We don't know yet.
I mean, we could go around this watch by saying she has tech-based powers, but which wouldn't follow the comics.
No, because we've actually seen a shot of her using her ice.
Yeah, we've seen her doing it.
Using it out of her hand. I want to see a fight between her and Captain Cold. What are you doing? What is that you have? I have ice out of my hands.
I can guarantee you, Cold will immediately get on one knee and propose to this woman.
Be with me forever.
She'd be so confused. Okay. You seem pretty cool. The Leonard Snart of my world kind of sucks. He just sits there and, eats Doritos all day or something.
What is it with you and Doritos today?
I just like Doritos, man.
I don't have
Doritos, please sponsor us.
Yeah, and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, the good doctor. So
is that their slogan?
No, but I made up one.
Oh.
The copyright. Oh, there it goes. I own it now.
I'm telling you, you can't.
Boom. Look, he seems stunned, and then he's emotional state.
Platform 15, Linda, black trench coat. He's so good about it. He knew exactly what to look for and was done instantly. What are you waiting for?
He goes, Barry. Woo.
What are you waiting for? Just do it.
Enter Shia LaBeouf green screened into this episode.
Nothing is impossible.
Dude, that'd be so great if they put Shia LaBeouf in here with that green screen. Because he has claimed it as royalty free, anyone could use it.
Yeah.
And what if they just had a guy just in there and he's like, you can do anything? To the flash as he's running, just a cameo appearance of Shia LaBeouf.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Have it while he's running and Shia's running behind him, essentially.
Better yet, like, you know that Stein thing we always wanted, the ghost face? It's just Shia LaBeouf speaking to Barry as he's fighting Zoom in like the season finale. Nothing is impossible. Just do it. Like,
I want someone to Photoshop every episode, or just like edit every episode and release it online, where Shia's in it telling Barry that he needs to just suck it up and beat him. Because tell me this: every episode, Barry's right about to lose a fight, and someone comes in and tells him, "You can win. Just do it." Every episode that happens.
I want to bring this up, but I kind of forgot until this point because the scene's coming up. But this episode has my second favorite finishing blow, hands down.
What's your first one?
My first one is when he goes supersonic punch.
Oh, and takes out Girder?
I'm thinking more like when he takes out Wells' time machine through the wormhole.
Oh!
That was cool, but this, where he just kind of like pushes her and she clunks her head really hard on a metal pole, it just made me laugh super hard. I was just dying because...
Where are you? Pff, I'm right here.
It's a sound effect they used. It was just so simple. Like, she just straight clubbed her head into a metal pole. And I'm like, dang, Barry, that was kind of messed up.
You have to be faster than I ever was. Don't let fear ruin you. I'm afraid. I'm a coward.
But you're not. Show her what the name The Flash means.
The Flash actually means something on Earth 1. It doesn't mean a coward on Earth 2.
Jay's not a complete coward. He just doesn't know how to get he doesn't have that gut feeling that Barry has to just get the job done. Like, you know, he's not motivated like Barry is.
Yeah.
Like, you could talk to Barry over the intercom like that, and then he gets motivated to do impossible things. But Jay, it seems like he didn't even have a team. So maybe that's why he couldn't accomplish all his goals. And Barry even makes that point. I'm not alone. I have you. I have Wells. It's weird he listed Wells first, actually. I have Wells, and then he's like, I have you. Then he lost him right after. I like this. It makes sense,
When did Joe show up?
Dang, Joe.
I just realized he's here.
Joe, they letting you in the building, man? You just came in and tried to cap Wells.
When did Joe show up? Like, no one's talking to it. He doesn't talk in this scene at all.
And Joe should have been the least surprised at anyone because he kind of got a heads up.
Like, look, he's right there.
Freaking Joe, everywhere, all the time. Man, he is a meta.
For all the people,
like to see.
For the people out there who believe our theory that Joe has the power of superhero like stealthiness. I think that's the best way to describe it. Is he has superhero stealthiness?
He has the power of just not being able to be seen.
Like, when he's right there. He has the same power as the guy from Mystery Men, where no one sees him. Like, he's invisible unless someone's looking at him. Like, that's an actual power that one of the people have in the movie Mystery Men.
Great for a spy. You know, like,
if no one's looking at me, I'm invisible.
I like this though, but he lost. He just lost Jay on his team temporarily. I'm sure he's going to be back, but... And
Caitlin's like, no, please don't. I need you.
I'm surprised she didn't walk out. I'm surprised she didn't, like, follow Jay out. Like, hey, guys, you understand. Like,
we cool, right? Like
I just lost my husband, like, twice, and this guy's, like, really cool.
He looks good, and he's a great person, so bye. I'm joining him.
So, Hawkgirl's going to date Cisco. I don't think Golden Glider's going to take to that very well.
No, she's not. There's going to be an upcoming episode where they try to kill each other.
Probably after she gets her abilities.
Yeah.
I
like how Flash is like the normal drink now. Like, instead of a latte, people just go, "Can I get a Flash?"
Man, if her wings are mechanical, it would make a lot of sense if Cisco built them.
But Hawkman also has them in the show. He has the same exact, and they have the same exact costume.
So did they build them?
It's made out of nth metal.
So not Earth metal.
Nth metal? Is it nth or nth?
What is it called? Thanagarian
is where they're from.
No. Is that a metal from Thanagar?
Yeah.
All right, then maybe Cisco doesn't build them. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he makes improvements on them later.
Yeah, he could.
It's like, with this, you don't even have to flap your wings, and you'll go 900 miles an hour. Be like, oh, jeez. Hi, I'm Cisco Ramon. Kendra Saunders. Nice to meet you.
So anyone out there who didn't know it was Hawkgirl, at least by then, like throughout the whole episode, if you didn't know it was her, right when she says, I'm Kendra Saunders, you should know Kendra Saunders is Hawkgirl, so that's funny. And he's like, boom, I got a number.
It's like, Cisco, that's only 5 digits.
What?
Oh man,
I need 2 more. Get it?
She said I had to earn the next 2. What are they? 52.
Boop.
Oh, there it is. Huh? I didn't see a 52 in this episode. Besides
Yeah.
the opening where they said there are 52 breaches, which was just a clip from a previous episode.
I didn't count that one. So Caitlin's wearing blue right here, and I'm gonna start counting that when she's wearing blue because Killer Frost.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important.
I'm really thinking
Vibe. Vibe.
I don't think Caitlyn in our version of Caitlyn is ever going to become evil. I think either she will one die or to the Killer Frost from Earth 2.
Oh, when the episode's over, remind me of the Chronicles of Cisco because I want to talk
Yeah.
about. Oh, I love how the subtitle says it's not over yet.
See, so Earth 2. This reveals that Wells isn't
Zoom.
like a pawn of Zoom.
Your father has abandoned you.
See, he doesn't even know where his father. She's like, he's gone.
He's not. So essentially, I'm gonna guess this is Star Labs that they're in. They're in the basement, the sub basement of Star Labs.
Where the portal opened.
Yeah, where the big one is.
Looks like a torture chamber, though.
I
mean, it's
maybe
weird.
That,
it had look at see how they has all that torture equipment.
It also looks like science equipment, like
Yeah,
sort
it
of
could be
sciencey
that too.
stuff.
Dissect Grodd. What you do with your Grodd? Oh, he's everywhere.
That's so bad.
That's messed
So
up.
I want to talk about the Chronicles of Cisco for a moment, guys. If you guys aren't following the Chronicles of Cisco, I really suggest it. It's really great stuff. Every week there's they put it out. I think it's on like Sundays usually where they put it out. What are you up to?
Checking my phone. I wasn't trying to interrupt you though.
Oh, okay. It's a really good, like, especially this last one. Cisco's talking about, and there's always references. I believe it's written by the writers of the show. It's a blog that Cisco puts out. I know some of you out there already know what it is, but some of you don't. So I'm going to update the people who don't know what it is. Cisco puts out a blog each week written by the writers of the show, and it fits into the world, but never referenced, kind of like the Flash Season 0 comics. It's never referenced or anything. But it involves the entire series of the show. So one of the things that is that just happened is Cisco's saying that, oh, now that Golden Glider's gone, and Barry has Patty and Caitlin has Jay, I need to start looking out for Cisco. So he goes to a speed dating thing at Jitters called an espresso shot at love is what it's called. And he meets this really great girl, and she touches his hand, and he sees a flash of her from Earth 2, and she's a demon. Or some crazy person. He's like, nope, I'm done with speed dating. I'm out. But you guys should check it out. It's really good. It gives you more in-depth into the Flash universe, catches you up on stuff that's not like being shown on the series. One of the things also that you get is characters that you don't get to see often on the show. Like the one right before that one, he sees Peekaboo again. Do you remember Peekaboo?
Yeah, the one who could teleport where she could see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she was in that episode, or in that Chronicle of Cisco.
Oh yeah, was he kind of crushing on her a little?
Yeah, in Chronicles of Cisco, he was in love with her, and then she never loved him back.
Of course not. He had her locked up.
It was the opposite of Stockholm Syndrome.
Jeez.
He caught her, and then he's like, I like her. She's mine.
That's funny.
And she's like, no, I'm not. So, what else do we have to talk about?
I looked up stuff about Pokemon Go. It seems like it's still rumored to be released sometime in January, but it's more likely to be released in February during the 20th anniversary.
That's what I think it will be.
It makes more sense. It sucks, but it does make more sense. So, other than that, I mean, Pokemon Go, that's my latest update on that for you guys. They've given a bigger budget, and it's likely to come out next month. Hopefully. That'd be tight. I would love it if it came out next month. I wouldn't even care if it had bugs.
Yeah.
Because
next month, the beta comes out.
For Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
But
it's a closed beta.
Yeah, it's a closed beta. It's not open. So, but we'll finally get, like, people recording stuff for YouTube and showing us how the game will work and their experience using it. And that'll be cool. Then I'll have a lot more stuff to talk about with you guys.
Definitely. We'll talk a lot about that. Unless they have to sign a contract for the closed beta saying that they can't release any information about the game out.
Yeah, that could possibly happen.
That could happen.
But there's always leaks. Always leaks.
Always a criminal out there.
I wouldn't be surprised if the beta app didn't appear online somewhere where you could get it. But, I wouldn't be surprised.
I want to shout this out there. We're always talking about my PS4 network code, or my username on there and Anthony's Xbox One username. I also just joined Steam. I got a computer that can actually play PC games, and I'd like to tell you guys all my Steam username so that we can play together. There's only one problem with that. As of right now, I cannot remember what it is. I believe, if it's correct, it is MV Director 5, or if you want to test this one also, Jason Todd. No spaces, just normal Jason Todd. I don't know if I had to do, if like it's case sensitive with a capital J and a capital T, but other than that, that's my username on there. It's either MV Director with no capitalizations or Jason Todd with capital J and T. So, other than that, what else do we have to add to this episode? Check out Lord Mesa's artwork.
Yeah. Run out of things here. There's really nothing else I could add. Pokemon Go, that's my big thing. We're not doing any big events lately. Just come by next week, listen to our Flash podcast. Give us likes on iTunes, and
give us 5-star reviews. We're looking for those.
And be sure to send emails before Thursdays, because that's when we do it.
If we're going to be recording before Thursday or a different day, we will be sure to let you guys know at least 24 hours before the episode comes out.
And if in the case in which if you email us late, we'll do what we did this week and read the email from last week.
We're going to be implementing a new segment for stuff that we miss on accident called Missed Mail. Mel sent us something also, but I didn't have time to add it in as well. Mel said that it wasn't important if we didn't have time. But
all right. So, I mean, we'll start. We have a new outro. I mean, it's real similar to the last one, but it's just slightly modified.
Yeah. It's just with a better
I'll go
setup.
first.
Yeah.
So, to join the discussion with everybody, go to facebook.com/groups/Speedforce podcast. You can also have your thoughts, theories, and conspiracies read on the podcast by sending your emails to speedforcepodcast@gmail.com.
Where we'll read it every week.
Mm-hmm.
Also, join the West Coast airing of Flash for a live tweet with Phil using the hashtag MTSBWI. May the Speed Force be with you. It was originally May the Speed Force be with you, but we had to shorten it down because that cuts up so many characters that you're allowed in a tweeting. So we're cutting it down to MTSBWI, which is the same as May the Speed Force be with you. And follow that so that you can get for on the second Easter eggs and jokes from me.
For us here at Speed Force, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Phil. Ride the lightning, Speedsters.
Gone into my lab to experiment that night before lightning flashed around me and time changed speed. Now I gotta try to be so patient until calamity will strike, because when things change in an instant, it's almost fast enough for me. And I'll be there before you know it. I'll be gone before you see me. Do you think you can imagine anything so lonely? And I know you'd really like me, but I never stick around, 'cause time keeps dragging on and on and on and on and on.